What is up, guys? Welcome back to Subscriber Tips. Today we're going to take a look at something that I think is a pretty nice little subscriber mini scheme. We're going to take a look at the PA motion shot, and we're also going to take a look at the play motion Z spot. Now, one of these plays, motion Z spot, kills cover 2 and man coverage. You want somebody with good speed and good route running at the middle receiver spot on the trip side. So I'm going to go ahead and put that with Antonio Brown, and then I'm going to just go ahead and put Marcus Wheaton, or I'm sorry, Sammy Coates as the outside receiver. We're going to go ahead and run this against cover 2s to start. This is part of the offense that I ran in the Madden Bowl qualifiers. And this is a play that I used for probably 2 or 3 huge gains, including a 65-yard touchdown against Jacoby in the round of 32. Now, if you guys watched, I really played well. Unfortunately, just had some bad breaks not go my way. And that's sometimes happens, you know. I played about as clean a game as I played all year long. I feel like I played well enough to be in the online group stage, but sometimes things just don't go the way you make them or the way that you plan. So I do want to show this offense off a little bit. So this is the setup I like to run for the PA play. The reason I really like it is you get a nice little deep corner route to Antonio Brown, and he should be wide open. The safety is not going to be able to get over to that angle more often than not. The out route holds the flat zone. And then if they overplay the seam or the corner route with the user, you're going to be able to throw the backside in to Martavis Bryant. And if they cover that, you're going to have a check down to Le'Veon Bell. So against random cover 2, you can see here that after Brown works off a press, you can throw this ball in the nice window right there. Now, Brown dropped that ball. Typically speaking, the longer you wait, the more success you're going to have, because typically the deep zones play closer to the safety, or I'm sorry, the tight end, as they run down the field, so the safety should squeeze in. Now, against cover 2 invert, you're obviously going to look to throw the out route on the sideline. Outside linebacker is not going to match up with the corner on the outside. If they're base aligned, you're not going to get a press with those vertical hooks. That free release to Antonio Brown is what you need. Now, in practice mode, these cloud zones do a little bit better job, and Big Ben is just kind of wild in practice mode, but you can see that Antonio Brown is uncoverable by even a cloud flat. So they just don't sink deep enough to cover that corner route. If they do get a press, that's where you can worry sometimes, because that press will reroute the corner, as you saw in this example. If they do have a vertical hook and they're not base aligned, if they do press, that press throws him closer to the cloud flat, so he runs right into that zone. So be aware that if they do that, you need to start to check to the backside in route, which you can see is going to cross through right here and get open over the middle. So I just wanted to throw that ball against the press to show you that if they get that animation on the corner route and you know they're in cover 2, you definitely want to look to check backside on that. So go ahead and run this again. Again, there's the press. You look for the check down or the X route over the middle. Great coverage there. But you can see there's a nice little hole in the zone on the backside cross. Again, most defenses you're going to face from a cover 2 standpoint are going to be base aligned. You're not going to get a press animation there. So we'll go ahead and run that one more time. Free release to the right bumper, throw it down an outside pass lead, and then you're off to the races against cover 2. So now you kind of see the different looks of cover 2 and how we look to pop them. Man coverage, 2 men under, is the exact same way. If they don't press you off the line, so say like they have off coverage, something like this. I saw an example of this against Jacoby. He went to something on 4th and 1. I called this play, and he had man coverage with the outside linebacker, or I'm sorry, the safety even playing him, and the safety could not cover him. So it looks something like this. You can see Antonio Brown all day long on this route. Can't be covered by man coverage. At the end of the day, this is one of the best routes in the game, these deep corners, and I really like it from this play. The other thing, don't sleep on the check down to Bell. The reason I say that is because, say he's covered, you can playmaker him over the middle. I like to playmaker him to the right or to the left, depending on where the user is. Just kind of be aware that that's always an option as well. Moving on, After you run this against all their zone looks, they're not going to be able to run a lot of zone against you. A lot of players will check to maybe cover 3 because of the corner route. So we'll go ahead and show that to you right here. If they're running a lot of cover 3, so let me go ahead and run cover 3 sky. You can hit them with this play that we talked about, the other play, and that is the PA motion shot. What you want to do with this play is you want to put Martavis Bryant on a comeback. You want to put Green on a streak. And I like to smart route Antonio Brown on his chair route. So if we can get him to smart route, it's just kind of up to you what you want to do with him. If you can't smart route it down to a 1 or 2 yard chair route like I broke down in the chair route video on the YouTube channel, put him on something else. You can put him on a drag underneath. You can put him on an out route. Totally up to you. But the thing against cover 3 is, assuming that your receiver doesn't stop running his route, it can be a one-play touchdown. So I'm going to go ahead and show that to you right now. Sammy Coates on his route over the middle. We look for him in the void of the zone. You see the comeback, and then you're able to throw that ball to Sammy Coates. And that's going to be a nice little one-play touchdown from a cover 3 look. Now, the other thing is that you have people that like to run cover 0 blitzes. And if you have high route running, these chair routes can be your best friend. So we'll go ahead and show that to you right here. If you can smart route, again, you want to smart route it, but in practice mode, it's not letting you do it. This is a great route to smart route on like a 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, because again, you're going to get a nice little release. I like to typically, against a cover 0, I like to run something like this, where I can put Le'Veon Bell on a smart route over, or a option route over the middle, where he'll sit down and you can throw a check down in the middle of the zone. He'll run an out route against man. You got Martavis Bryant on a cross that should beat his man coverage, and you got Sammy Coates on an unbumpable cross. And again, you're going to look for Antonio Brown if you can get him open. You see how he runs his chair route and then boom, cuts upfield. That is a lob out touchdown on the chair route. I love the out and up route. Just one of the best routes in the game against man-to-man coverage, especially if there's no safety help over the top. So this is kind of a nice little mini scheme that I ran. I didn't really run this play because I didn't have an opponent that ran a cover 0 blitz. I don't think anybody was planning on running a cover 0 blitz on me because they know that I have a million ways to really beat that for a one-play touchdown. But I particularly like this defense, or I'm sorry, this play in general, because you have the ability to throw this B route if you don't get a terrible throw against cover 3, and you also have the one-play touchdown to the chair route against a man-to-man cover 1 or cover 0 blitz, while you have the play with the deep corner that kills pretty much any zone altogether. So hopefully you guys really enjoyed this subscriber tip. Appreciate everybody subscribing. Be on the lookout for information about the sub-only tournament. We're going to be running a $100 sub-only tournament on Xbox One on Saturday, January the 14th. So we'll be putting out those signups. Let other people know. And you know, if we get enough people subbing to the channel, we can always increase the pot going forward. But for now, we're going to rock a $100 Xbox One tournament. We'll be throwing a PlayStation 4 one in the future as well. So not going to leave the PlayStation guys out, but we're going to start over on Xbox. So appreciate all the support, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next Sunday with subscriber tip number 5. So until next time, this is Zan. Get in the lab, and good luck.